In today's conversation, I would like us to discuss about MMF and Sacco and arrive at a conclusion on which of these financial plan really aligns with our financial goal. But in order to dive in this conversation, we need to understand what is MMF and what is Sacco in layman's language. So, MMF is technically a low risk investment in nature, which we aggregate our money into one unit fund, which is managed by a fund manager. MMF usually invest in low-risk investments such as T-bills, which are short-term lending to the government, and it is so rare for the government to default. Also, when you invest in MMF, you usually have access to your fund, constant access to your fund. You can easily withdraw your money, actually, and it maintains your liquidity. So you are always liquid since your money is basically available. So there is no higher difference or big difference between MMF and other saving plans such as normal deposit in the bank and your M-Pesa. The difference is your money is now being investment rather than lying down into your savings with no use, therefore not able to adjust with the inflation factor in the economy. So it is just make your money grow where you are saving it. That's why I believe that MMF is not an investment scheme. It's just a saving scheme, which is basically adjusting to inflation or making your money grow, since it is not even, sometimes it may not rhyme with the level of inflation in the economy. So, because MMF is a saving plan, not really an investment plan, because MMF give you an average return of 15%, adjusting 2% of the fund manager, which is deducted immediately you deposit your money into the unit fund, which is MMF. The fund manager must deduct 2% of your amount. So when you are investing your money, it is less 2% of the fund manager's amount. So MMF is giving you around 15% per annum return. In case you are playing this game with small cash, what we call down money, maybe you have your 1,000, 2,000 there, and that is the money which you are putting into the scheme. This is just a normal saving like any other saving plan. But in case you are having real money, you can say you are investing in MMF. I'll try to drive this analogy very simple. In case you have 1,000 shilling or close to $10, which you are putting into the scheme, you'll be expecting to be generating an average return or a return to investment of 1% per month, actually, adjusting for all other costs which may be associated there. We say you are generating 1% per month to be actual. 1% per month of this amount is around 10 shilling. Per month, you are making 10 shilling from your 1,000. So in a year, you'll be making close to 120 shilling from your 1,000. That is holding that you don't withdraw this cash, you maintain it in a year, and you withdraw the benefit you are getting from the scheme. You are not reinvesting this 10 shilling which you have generated in that month. And even if we reinvest it again, it will be close to 150 shillings. So, in case you have this, what I'm calling small money, is MMF really an investment plan which you can boast for and tell people you have invested in MMF, or have you just saved your money? It is better you save your money in M-Pesa, which is close to zero risk, rather than this money which is being laid out. Since MMF, we can say it is technically low risk, but some of them have crashed. So that is, it does not make any economic sense if you are not a market mover to put your money in MMF, since in case you cannot control the game or you don't sit in the table where the game is being played, then you are the game. So let's now look at other side where MMF can be a good investment. Maybe you have your 10 million somewhere. You don't want to invest your money in high risk investment, and you decide to put your 10 million in MMF. So 1.5% of 10 million is around 1.5 million. So 1.5 million divided by 12 is around 108,000. So getting a return of 108,000 consistently for a year monthly return, which is actually around 1 point something percent of 10 million, or we can say 100,000 to make it simple, is a good return for an ordinary person who does not want to take any risk. Then, though it is not the best, it can be a good return of a good marginal return for that person. So this is MMF is usually advantageous for people with real money, or what we call they have huge cash, or they are the market movers. But in case you are not a market mover, this is not your investment. I tell you what is your investment at the end of this video. From there, we need to move into Saccos. Actually, Saccos, they are just designed to empower societies and collective saving and administering loan. So Sacco there's no huge difference between Sacco and MMF, but Sacco seems to be better for people with small cash, or who have now what I am referring to as dumb money. Investing in Sacco is where individuals aggregate the amount together through saving and then lend out this money to their members. So you must be a member of the Sacco in order to enjoy those benefits. You render to your members. And when this money is being rendered to you as a member, since in Sacco the best thing is they treat you as a member rather than the MMF, which is treating you like a customer. So in MMF, you are a customer to MMF. That's why even the response at MMF might be better rather than the Sacco. But in the Sacco, you are a member. You sit in the annual general meeting, AGM, discuss about how the Sacco is moving forward. You can give your opinion. So in Sacco, you are sitting in the table. That is where I was telling you. This is the game which you are a player and which you can control. But MMF is the game which you are not a player, rather than you are not a player. How can I explain? You don't sit in the table. But in Sacco, you sit in the table where decisions are being made. So you can be involved in the decision making of the Sacco in case you have shares. So in Sacco, you will be enjoying low interest, and you can be able to take a loan. You can be able to enjoy dividends in case you have shares. With your 10,000, you can be able to do more in Sacco, and you can be able to boost your portfolio, and you can be able to take a loan to boost your business. So there is a lot of benefit for people with smaller cash in Sacco rather than MMF. Since in case you are enjoying around an interest of 5%, where the normal conventional banks may be 16 to 17%, you can see in case you adjust these interest, you can be able to realize sometimes Sacco even give you your own close to their calculation, which you can do. Maybe you're enjoying dividends of around 12%, and you take a loan which is giving you, maybe it's a rate of 6%. These dividends which you are getting from these shares, when you use them to offset your interest in the Sacco, that means you'll be taking your loan at a zero interest rate. So Sacco might be sometimes be making economic sense for people with smaller cash and who wish to grow their investment portfolio. So let us move into the next sector, where we shall be dealing with insight about MMF versus Sacco. So according to me, in case you have real money, or you are a market mover, and you can be able to run MMF and get the advantage of MMF, you can put your money into MMF and enjoy low risk and maintain your liquidity. But for low risk, is a question of an examination, since as an MMF can crash, and when it crash, in case it is not insured, you can run into a lot of problem, or in case the game now start running in quotes, you can run in a lot of problem with your underwriter and technically lose your money. So even if you have that real money or you are a market mover and you don't sit in the table where these MMF decisions are being made, you need to be a lot precautious. But in Sacco, in case you have now what I'm calling dumb money, Sacco is your best investment portfolio. But in case you have real money, you can either put your money in MMF or technically you can also move into Sacco and you can make a lot of significant cash in shares, where you can buy shares and do some fixed deposit, which can allow you to take a loan, which you can technically offset it with the amount of dividend return which you get from your shares, and you get that you are getting this loan at a 0 rate, and you'll be enjoying. Rather than I technically don't love MMF. Actually, I don't love it since it technically encourages reasonableness. This is not an investment for investor. It's just a saving plan like M-Pesa. So we can try to look some benefit of money market fund and benefit of Sacco. So money market fund is benefit is that it keeps you liquid and it guarantees some level of stability, allowing investors to access their fund easily while earning competitive interest rate for short-term saving. So technically this is for short-term saving, is not a long-term for people with long-term saving goals. And technically, what interest are you earning from MMF, bearing in mind you are just enjoying close to 1% of your close to 1% interest per month, when having technically assuming you are having these dumb money. It's just a game of cash which does not make any economic sense. When we move to advantages of Sacco promotes communities saving and loans. So let me tell you this one for free. Never run away from loan. Stay alone. Money is debt. When you never get this concept, you continue complaining till eternity. Money is debt. Ensure you have best debt and manageable debt. Like how I'm trying to explain to you how you can be able to enjoy 0% loan in Sacco, 0% interest loan in Saccos by trying to do some basic adjustments which can help you to offset this interest from Sacco, which is technically very low as compared to the normal conventional banking. Since in Sacco you are a member, but banks treat you as a customer. MMF also treat you like a customer. So MMF technically we eliminated it. This is not an investment scheme for people with dumb money, like majority of people in the developing countries. Most of them, the money which they save is technically dumb money. They are not market movers. So in case you are not a market mover and you don't sit in the table where MMF decisions are being made, avoid it. Technically, thank you for watching. For this and other insightful videos about investing, kindly you can reach us out using this contact, and our email is here. And that is usually our economic insight every morning. So thank you for watching, and may Almighty God bless you.